Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Rags to Riches in Supreme Rule Ultimate. And in previous episode we mostly just set up things. We prepare for a potential attack from Angola, just in case. No, it might not happen, of course, but we'll see. You know, I'm just going to send one of these to entrench in that. That is an important crossroad there for us to hold. So we'll hold that. Then we got some troops sent out already. We still got some over there, which is actually where they are supposed to be. We got a couple over here, acting as a bit of a mobile reserve. Of course, they are a bit far away from everything, if I'm all honest. Right, but we did get the combat engineer here, so let's go ahead and send you down to there to help with the construction. Get the oil fields completed sooner, or as soon as possible, rather. So at least we know that that recon doesn't have, well, it cannot go across the rivers. So that should be pretty good. Or at least a useful thing to know. Okay, so 21 days remaining, or at least that would be at regular speed. Right, so I'm pretty sure that, well, we'll get the hydroponic plants unlocked today, or in this episode. And then CT scan imaging possibly as well. Let's have a look at the economy again. So, metal ore is still really profitable. No, I'm not going to buy missiles. We might actually want to lean a bit further into the metal ore business then. Still like extra 2 mines there. Now, how's the unemployment looking? 8.6%. So it's going to be dropping quite drastically. Also, another thing that, yeah, Taiwan, you can buy some metal from me. So the industrial goods, now that we're constructing so many things, there's a bit of a loss of that. But I think we'll be alright. And how soon do we get the next set of units? In 50 days. I suppose it could be worse. Oh dear. Congo over here to our north. The other Congo, that is amassing a lot of troops. I mean, it is their capital, so it kind of makes sense that they have their troops there. Let's have a look. Oh, and there we go. We got the hydroponics unlocked. I'm not going to queue up any new research quite yet. Now, what sort of other research do we have? We've still got some artillery that we could use and some garrison and militia. Honestly, that doesn't seem like it would be a good idea. Turkey is willing to sell us consumer goods. They request 400 million for that, though. No, I think that's a bit too much. Let's just buying them from the international markets right now. And we are buying up to 45,000. I mean, ooh, landing craft. Nah. I'm not really looking to get more troops right now. Eventually, yes, but not right now. So I think since we got pretty good cash reserves, we should start producing this, because that's going to reduce the cost of importing a lot of the consumer goods very soon. Not to mention this is almost completed. That is going to help. I mean, we got a bit of a treasury problem, and yeah, we got quite a bit of debt still. About 53 billion, almost 54. But we'll get through that eventually. I think by the end of the year we'll have very little. Now, how much are we going to be producing? 67,000 tons of petroleum? And we're still not selling really anything, so it's basically just going to be a cost in there. Oh wait, no, now it's 130. Okay, so we are actually making some money out of selling petroleum now. In which case, we could maybe sell, like, I don't know, 10 million barrels of oil or petroleum. There we go, there's a few hundred million there. You want to buy metal ore? Okay. You want to buy metal ore as well. Now, what we may need to do is actually make sure that we're only selling like 90% of the metal ore, because there's a lot of people that want to buy it specifically. So we need to have a bit of a reserve of it so that we can actually sell it to them. Okay, so now that that is underway, we're still using a bit more industrial goods that we are producing, but I think right now, wow, that was a good sale there. That was probably a lot of the oil being sold. Oh yeah, 6 million barrels. Yeah, that was a good money. So how quickly can we get to... Oh, now we're actually losing some. We are still selling the logs, right? Or timber. Yeah, we are. And we are still buying the rubber. The actual use of rubber hasn't really increased yet, oddly enough. Oh, Syria has been eliminated. Well, Israel was quite strong then. But yeah, no, that's all Israel now. Apparently. Okay, well, there's Jordan, Egypt. There's still the Egypt Suez Canal. It's just the reason why that is kind of separate state is so that there's like a special rules for it, so that people can just move their ships through Suez Canal. Okay, their tankers are stuck there. In any case, we are still waiting for the next set of engineers. That's still over a month away. And this building is also going to take a while. Of course, once we get the consumer goods production, like this is probably the biggest thing that we are importing right now, isn't it? Hold on. Imports, 115 million. I don't actually know how much. No, I don't remember where to see that. Oh, right, here it is. So yeah, consumer goods is 112 million per day. And electric power is a little bit... That's actually something that we should take a look into. We might be able to build up another hydro plant, for example. Or something like that to get extra electricity. Or what we could do is increase the supply... Ooh, actually that's... We've got 66% there. Let's have a look at the supply map mode. So it's pretty good around our capital, I'd say. 69 over there. Oh, right, actually it's this place that has really good... So if we were to get a supply depot over there, and we get another hydro plant, maybe an airfield, a few other things, but to make sure that we've got really good supplies in this region. So let's go ahead and get a supply depot. Military supply depot built there. Again, it is going to cost a little bit in advance. How's the... Okay, so GDP has now risen to 1,250. So not a lot, but it has grown. And we got inflation of 2.7%. Unemployment is down to 7.1%. So that is actually a pretty good indication of we're doing some things correctly. Not really everything, of course. The infrastructure we are focusing a lot, which means that we'll have a really good supply in places, which means that we produce a lot more, which gives us a lot more things to sell. Of course, it also means that a lot more people are employed, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It means that they'll have more money to spend on the domestic market. Speaking of domestic markets, oh yeah, we got pretty good price there still. What about petroleum? It's 80%. That's 45%. That's probably alright. Usually, if you want to keep your people happy, you'll need to keep the stuff like timber and agriculture relatively low domestic price, so that they can actually afford buying it. But domestic approval rating, we got almost 26% right now. Considering that we are a dictatorship, of course we don't really need to worry about it. Not all that much. How's the emigration? So there's still more people emigrating, but there's also a lot more births than there are deaths. So the population will be growing. Still losing a bit of money, but as soon as we get this completed... I mean, of course, at that point we're going to have to get probably another industrial goods factory soon enough. I mean, to be fair, we got a pretty large stockpile there, so we can probably work through that for a while. Now, I don't remember how much is one consumer goods factory going to be producing. It is more than what the industrial goods factories produce. Of course, it also uses industrial goods. I suppose we can check it through here, can't we? So it can produce up to 775,000 tons per year. So that would be about 2,000 tons per day per factory. Oh, unloading transport. Oh, yeah, we know. Or rather, I do. Right, so synthetic rubbers, commercial nuclear power plant is going to be alright. Getting some nuclear power at some point would be quite nice. Not very polluting. Right, yeah, we got that. And you are offering to buy some metal ores again. Sure. Okay, so now at least... Oh, wait, no, we haven't gotten this completed yet. Although soon. And the troops are going to be done in about 2 weeks. Well, another set of engineers, so we'll have 6 of them. And then we'll eventually have full 7. The combat engineers are pretty... Actually, let's have a look at the unit types that we have available. Pretty sure that we have... Yeah, no, we don't have any of those capacities. So we got motorized engineer, mounted infantry. And go for the troops here. The combat engineer is probably the strongest fighting unit. Like the light infantry would probably be... Actually, how quick is it? It doesn't say. combat engineer has higher close quarters combat, higher heart attack, and higher soft attack. So combat engineer is probably the best that we have right now. What about airborne? They're not too bad. Oh, the combat engineers are a soft target. Do I have it? Oh wait, I don't have any tank designs. I got some recon designs. I've got the motorcycles and recon cavalry. We may need to unlock some things there. I actually wonder if we were to buy, for example, some Russian designs. Or rather, is there any designs that we could buy? There's infantry. I mean, there's some APCs and that sort of stuff. What about tanks? T-54s. I mean, those are not bad, per se. Like, they got okay stats. How much would I have to pay for one of these? I wonder. What is the best one over here? Looks like T-54A seems to be the highest. Well, that has the highest heart attack. This has the highest soft attack, so this might actually be the better one. $250 million? Actually, I think that might be worthwhile. It may just give us the advantage we need, potentially, against the enemies. So how soon are we? Oh yeah, tomorrow that's going to be completed. Counter offer, you want an extra million? Oh, bollocks. Well, at least we got some deals done with you. There we go, so now we got this completed. It should have quite an impact on the income over... Oh, right, you... Oh. Are we still buying at the... We are still buying. There might be some electricity problems. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some easy, quick coal power here somewhere. Of course, it's going to pollute. It's going to have some expenditures in the environment. But at the same time, like, we just need power. Some cheap power right now. And that's probably the easiest way to get some. Although, well, actually, we are still buying, but, you know, getting a bit of extra power doesn't hurt. So how much are we spending on the... Now it's only 35 million. Okay, so the situation is improving. Because we are still spending a lot of money on these two now. I'll actually get you right on top of it. I think the efficiency of the engineers, like, they do build on the hex that they're in and the hexes around them. Like, one radius, I believe. It might have a little bit effort on, like, even the further ones, but it diminishes very quickly. So, like, the surrounding hexes is still good efficiency in terms of the production boost. But if you go much beyond that, it's not going to be particularly good. Okay, 3 more days. Just going to wait over here for that to be completed so we can then take it to... Or, well, join it with the rest of the group, let's just say. Although, before we do that, I think I will have this place start producing some tanks. And they're not necessarily cheap. How much does it cost? Oh, right, military goods. We don't produce them yet, do we? No. Build cost is only 21 million, though, so it's not that bad. Get a full 7 of them. The other place will probably get some more engineers in the meanwhile. So you can get in there. Oh, right. And we didn't actually move the engineer from here, did we? No, we did not. Then over here, I'm just going to queue up another 7 of the combat engineers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, we are actually using quite a bit of military goods, so we may need to build up some of that. I think, how much are we spending on the... Construction is quite a bit. We may want to set up another one of these factories, though. So it's going to be quite costly, and we might be building a bit too much right now. Because we do have some things that we can sell, like more oil. Sell another 100 million barrels. That's going to give us plenty of money, and we might be able to pay off another loan. If possible, which... Because the... Oh, right, yeah. Bonds are... Like, every month we have a bond going off, basically, on the 15th. And then the renewed bond is even higher cost. So there is a problem there. But we can now pay off at least one of them. I suppose we should probably pay off some of these that are about to get old now. For example, that one. And maybe we'll pay off that one as well. Still getting money. And is that's 6 units? Oh, right, because we're building the 7th one. But yeah, now we got 44 billion in debt. So at least the situation is improving. And why is the unemployment looking now? We got unemployment 5.8%. So once we build these, we might not have that much workforce available for the time being. We'll get some eventually. Actually, another thing I should do is improve my... Well, it's currently at 2 million. Usually salaries are 200,000. We're going to increase both 5, 6, so it's about 10% extra. It just means that our military should be slightly more efficient. It's not going to be a massive boost, but it may just be enough. Right, so we'll probably get the improved composite materials, and after that, or once we start researching that, we'll queue up some more things. Maybe we should actually get some military stuff, just in case. Like tank tech. You know what, I'll queue that one already. I know that it's going to go in there before the improved composite materials, but it should be alright. Oh, now we've got 12 billion. Well, suddenly a lot of the oil just gave us a ton of money. Right, so where is the June? We already paid off the June, so let's pay off the July. It just means that once we get another... or it won't renew the bonds. So that way it doesn't take them at an even higher rate. Of course, now that we are slowly improving our credit rating, it might be lowering the new bond interest rate a little bit. So technically, if we were paying the latest ones first, that would also reduce the money that we need to pay a little bit. Right, well, let's accept those. Selling more ores. And actually, speaking of ores, we have gotten the mines up already, haven't we? We do. We got them at end of May. Actually, we got them today. Well, that's going to mean a lot more money from there. Although total, we are still actually spending quite a bit. Mostly on consumer goods. And then, of course, there's a bit of a deficit in the spending. Expenses are getting a bit high. Of course, part of that is construction. Construction cost isn't all that small. Let's actually have a look. Yeah, construction is 33 million. So without construction, we wouldn't really have that much expenses. We've managed to lower the interest costs, or daily cost for interest a little bit. Whether it's going to be actually that much, we'll see. Like, I mean, it's 5 million per day, so it's not massive impact, but it is an impact nonetheless. Because what I could do is I could increase the food price a tiny bit, because we are a dictatorship, we don't need to worry about the public or the domestic approval rating all that much. And we could also get a bit more money out of that from the domestic markets. Let's get this to like 70%. Some... Oh, wait, no, 75%, yeah. Some rapid clicking there. And electricity price can be that. I might want to build a coal mine at some point. But first, let's get these power plants up and running. We can buy the coal relatively cheaply from the international market still. So I'm not too worried about that. There we go. Now that those are completed. Let's just park you there. Have we started getting the tanks yet? No, not yet. They are underway though. 14 days, so 2 weeks. So we'll get another one over here, that's 37. I mean, we could have just click off the things to see both at the same time. But anyway, how's the electricity looking? Producing 35,000 right now. Is that going to increase? No. So 35, so we are still buying a decent bit, but the price of electricity isn't that bad. I mean, it's about 3 million per day right now for the expenditures, but like if we could reduce the consumer goods price, or the amount of money that we spend on getting that, it would be really nice. Let's get another consumer goods factory in here. So this is going to be really important for our industry right now. This one city. And we did get the supply depot in here. How much will a hydroelectric plant cost? It's quite a bit. It's only... Okay, it's about 6,000 there right now. It's fluctuating a little bit. But yeah, we'll build a second one there. We could even build a third one if we want to. Let's go ahead and build a airfield there as well. Should have pretty good garrison anyway, because it's seaport and all that. It's just we're gonna stack up all the buildings that increase the supply reach, all the supply propagation in there, so that should be alright. Still got 72 days for the synthetic rubber research. Is that gonna unlock? No, that's not gonna unlock any new things. We will need some though. Right, so the tanks are still... No, it's a few days away. So surplus deficit is that still mostly about... Yeah, it's still basically the construction cost that is pulling us down on the daily stuff. And the trades, we are still... I mean, we're now selling a lot of timber for a pretty good price. Metal ore is okay. Petroleum, we're also getting some money. We're not selling any agriculture again. Oh, bollocks. Well, that might be part of the reason why we're not making money. Lower that to about 600. It will probably drop even further. Well, there we go. That's some money. You know what? I'm gonna unlock this. Let the AI take care of agriculture right now. They're probably gonna be selling a lot, or over time at least. And I might unlock the timber as well. I'm more interested about the petroleum to keep a reserve there. The rubber, coal, I might actually unlock as well. And the metal ore I'm gonna keep just because I need to be able to have a bit of a stockpile there anyway. Because we've got 7 billion now, and we are building a lot of things. Well, a little bit over there. I mean, the hydro plant is going to take forever to be built. We can speed that up a little bit, but not massively, I'm afraid. Let's go ahead and pay off another bond, and this time we're going to pay one of the latest ones. Or one of the ones with the highest interest rate. For example, that one. So how much have we got total now? 34 billion. So still got quite a ways to go, but like, we got 4 out of 34. Like, or rather, we got 4 billion in cash reserves and we need 34 to pay off all of these. So it is at least improving the situation. Of course, unemployment is still dropping drastically. It's 4.6 now. Soon we're going to hit 3%, and that's where you are starting to have some problems with your productions. But all things considered, it's not too bad. I mean, I actually wonder, do we have... Well, we've got a lot of agriculture here. How bad is the supply? It's 66 there and 56 there. So increasing supply in this region might help the situation. For food production, for example. I was wondering if I have... Well, actually, that's an easy way to check that. Like, Well, I'm pretty sure that we have no... Yeah, we don't have any of that. Ooh, actually. We might want to get a... Maybe a mid-sized military goods factory. Just to get a little bit of production. We'll place it in there. You're offering to... Oh, you're offering rubber. No, that seems like a horrible deal for me. Like, there should be plenty of rubber in the markets, though. Yeah, there definitely is. We are gonna have to buy some very soon, though. Ah, we got the airfield completed, so now the supplies over here should be even higher. The airfield does give it a little bit bonus, but it's like the airfield itself is like 10% at 100% industry efficiency or something like that. The seaport, I think, is 30. Airbase is 20 or 30, I don't remember. The supply depots are 20 each. At least if I remember my numbers correctly, which I might not. You're still offering... Okay, I'll buy with that a little bit. Just to make sure that we'll at least have some, because... Are there people selling? I mean, who is selling? Malaysia, Japan, China, USA, a little bit on Russia. I think a lot of them are just selling the synthetic stuff. Ooh, actually, where is the plantation area? It would be down there. That was a bit hard to reach for the supplies. There's some over there. That might be better. Right. I'm going to build it there because that's probably the best supply that we can hope for. And then what I will do is I will build a road going down there. I mean, railroad would probably be good enough, but we'll just build a road. There's probably going to be a new industrial area here at some point. But so far, we'll get the tank over here. Right, but we are actually out of time. I mean, we've managed to get some more industrial production up. Oh. Oh, small problem with electricity. Is there... We are still buying. Is there just no available? No, there should be. Oh, right, we just completed this, so okay, that makes sense. So it hasn't adjusted yet. But we should have pretty good consumer goods production now, which means that we'll be saving a lot in imports, and then we can start focusing on exporting things a little bit. So that should be alright. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.